Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid resources, technical training programs, skilled trade professions, career readiness skills, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I am Toni Cureton, your host, and today we are going to be talking about how to put together a simple resume, tips for writing a simple resume. So I'm going to open up my screen so that we can get going here. Where are we? Okay. And move that down. Okay. Okay, good deal, good deal. All right. So, okay, so we're going to get started. We are going to be talking about putting together a simple resume. So, for some, resume writing can be a complex task that takes them out of their comfort zone, and perhaps you've worked before, but you were lucky enough where you didn't even have to present a resume at that particular time. Or maybe you are just out of high school and you're just getting started in your working career. And so you don't have a lot of experience or background to put on a resume. Well, no worries, because today we are going to provide you with simple steps that you'll need to put together a simple resume. And this resume plan will give you everything you need so that when you present it to your next hiring manager, you will get that interview and that job. Okay. Oh, my mouse is just acting so screwy. Okay, so to start off, a simple resume needs to be clean and professional in terms of design, formatting, and the content. Usually, simple resumes are used to get straight to the point, displaying the basic information that a hiring manager needs to know about in order to determine whether or not you qualify as a candidate. When hiring managers read through your resume, they are looking for information relevant to the position that they're hiring for, and therefore you will want to feature only those skills. You should always try to, okay, you want to make a generic resume that you can send out to multiple organizations, but you also kind of want to craft a resume specifically for jobs that you're applying for. So that would mean that you don't want to send resumes to manufacturing industries and then one for culinary arts. Those are two vastly different genres or vocations. And so the resume that you would put together for each of those fields would be vastly different. You don't want to really do that, but you want to make a resume that will cover all of your qualifications and will suit both of them. But if you have the experience in culinary arts, or if you have the experience in manufacturing, then you will want to make sure that the qualifications and the things and the skill sets that you feature in your resume will reflect those particular jobs that you're applying for, because that's what they're looking at. When they get a resume, they're going to scan through right quick to see if they can find things that go along with the position that they're hiring. And so if they don't see things that, go along with the position that they're hiring for, they kind of, put it to the side. And you don't want your resume to get put to the side. You want every hiring manager to be able to pick it up, review it, and go, okay, yeah, this looks like a really good fit. So you keep it simple and you make bullet points featuring your best qualifications that suit the particular job you're hiring for. If you're coming out of high school and you don't have a whole lot of experience, then you are going to talk about what you did when you were in school, your education background, the achievements that you accomplished while you were in high school, college, and you're going to focus in on that. Okay, so number one, you need to select a format. The most relevant format that is used is the chronological order, going from present, most recent, to your oldest job or experience. And so you'll begin by listing all of that in this area here. The position that you worked, ABC Manufacturing Company, the date that you worked from March 20 to present day, and then you'll go here to the next oldest position that you had. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of gaps between your jobs, because it's not a hindrance, but it doesn't really look good, and you will have to explain that to any hiring manager that you speak with about your work history. But you're going to list it from present, most recent, to your oldest. And you're going to list the skill sets and the positions that you worked within that company. Maybe you worked only one job, or maybe you worked one job and then you moved to something else. You want to list all of that in there, but you don't want to get heavily detailed into each position and what you did. You just want to put 1 or 2 bullet points for each of those positions, because again, a hiring manager does not want to read a multiple page resume. They want to see something quick, something dynamic, something that intrigues their interest about you. And for those specific selling points, you can save that for the interview. Okay, next, you're going to list your contact information, your name, your address, phone number, email address. All of that will go in the top section here. And this contact information is important. It has to be valid. You can't put phone numbers that no one can reach you at. You can't put email addresses that are closed and you can't receive your email at. It has to be valid. It has to be current. And make sure that when you are putting your email address, you're not displaying an email that has some cutesy name, Scooby-Doo100@gmail.com. You don't want to list anything like that. And in actuality, what you actually should do is create a specific email address for your career search and your job searches. That way, all of your responses will go into one email and they won't get lost in a multitude of other, social or even unwanted mail, because it's your generalized email account. Create a specific email address for when you're job searching, and make sure that the name that you use in your email address does not contain, fun, cute, social things, because hiring managers don't want to see that. You are trying to display your professionalism. So in the top section, as I said, it's your contact information. You're going to put first and last name, mailing address, phone number. If you have a home phone, put that there. And if you have your cell phone, put that there and identify which is which. If you don't have a home phone, it's okay. You can just use your cell phone. With regards to that, your voicemail, make sure your voicemail message reflects professionalism. don't have music playing with your favorite song. You know, that's great that that's your song, but you know, hiring managers, they don't really want to hear that. You want to be as professional as possible. So make sure that with your home phone or your cell phone, that the voicemail message is on a professional level. Again, put your email address, and then if you have any links to professional profiles like LinkedIn, you can put that information up there as well. Next, you are going to create a resume summary or objective. A resume summary is a compelling statement that presents you as the best candidate for the job. It is below the contact information seen right here, and it summarizes your relevant skills, qualifications, and experiences. A resume summary is beneficial when you have experienced in the position, and it would include your most recent position, the number of years you've been in that position, the experience you have. It should also feature one or two of your best achievements, and you should write what your aim is regarding if you were to receive the position that you are currently applying for. You want to make, you know, a dynamic statement talking about how the skills that you possess, you can bring them to the new company, and how that will impact positively, in a positive way, that new company's work dynamic. So a simple 2 to 3 sentence statement is sufficient. Again, you don't, at this time, you are trying to put your best foot forward, yes. And you want to tell them so much because you want the job, but you have to keep it brief because, again, hiring managers don't want to read all of that information. They would much rather make a few bold statements, and then when you get into the interview, then you can, you know, elaborate and, you know, go for the gold by, you know, offering your best features and qualifications for the position. Next is your work experience. Okay, this is the section that falls underneath the statement objective and your contact information, and it will include all of your work experience and achievements. The section allows you to list the specific achievements and responsibilities that qualify you for the position. And in this section, you can mention up to 3 or 4 jobs, but only include the most relevant positions. And I'll list the entries in reverse chronological order from, again, most recent or present, if you're still holding the position, to the oldest. The work experience section can come in different formats. And here is an example of which formats look best and what hiring managers are looking for. You know, they want you to list your job title. So you've got the name of the company, and then underneath you'll put your job title and the dates that you were hired and were working in that position. You'll also put the employer's contact information, their address, city, state, zip code. Again, the dates that you were employed there. And then over here, your key responsibilities. And again, use bullet points and make bold statements so that you can capture their attention, but you're not making them read too much, and they can, at a glance, just look and scan and determine whether or not you would be the best fit for the position that they're offering. And the details, again, cannot stress enough, save that for your interview. Okay, so again, here in this section is the work experience area, and company name, contact information, address, city, state, zip code, time frame from which you work there, Then over in this section, you list the positions that you worked in within that company, a few bullet points describing what you did, the achievements that you made within that company. And if you have more than one, start with the first, then go on, and then maybe a third if you have that much experience. But if not, again, just list what you have. And don't be concerned that if you don't have a whole lot of experience. Always remember that for the most part, once you get the job, they're going to train you to do what it is they're hiring you to do. What they are actually looking for is that one, you have, that trainable, teachable mindset and mentality, that you have a good work ethic, and that you're willing and eager to learn. They're looking for leadership skills. They're looking for things like that. They're looking for reasons that would make you an asset to their company if they're hiring. Okay? Again, the number of entries, the number of positions that you held will depend upon which level of worker you are. If you've been working in any industry for 10, 15 years, you're going to have quite a few job positions. Even with regards to that, you only want to list 3 or 4 going back 15 years. If you're mid-level, you've only been working for a short time, go back 5 years. And if you're entry level, list everything that you've done till present. Again, if you're a high school student or even a college student just coming out of school and you don't have a whole lot of experience, it's okay. List what you have. And don't just say, oh, I was a cashier at Burger Barn. No, make that experience sound important, because all of your jobs, you should always approach your jobs with the perspective of, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to put my best foot forward. So you weren't just a cashier, you were a customer service representative that provided good service while you serve burgers at Burger Barn. You want to show that you really got into it, So don't worry that you don't have a lot of experience, but also don't minimize what it is you did. Be proud of what you did. You worked there and you did good work there. Okay, so bottom section here is your education section. Here you are going to put where you went to school. If you went to college, you're going to list your college, and then underneath that, you'll put your high school information. If you just went to high school, you're just going to put your high school information. Now, if you only went to high school and you did not advance and go on to college, then you're going to list your high school, but you're also going to talk about what you studied. You're going to include your GPA if it was a good one. If you didn't do so well, you don't want to put that on there. But you're going to list your school, what you studied there. If you have any awards or achievements, you're going to list those. If you have a good GPA, you're going to list that. You're going to show what years you attended your high school and or your college at. You started in 1999 and you continued all the way till 2002. You're going to put that up there. Again, you're going to list what you studied, any awards, any achievements that you've received, and the contact information for the school or the university. Now, after the education section, especially if you don't have a lot of work experience. If you have a lot of work experience, then don't really worry about this, because this is really to help strengthen your resume if you don't have a lot of experience. If you don't have a lot of experience, underneath the education section, you can put a category called special skills or relevant skills. And under this section, you can include things like the various clubs and organizations you were connected with and affiliated with. Say if you were on the yearbook staff or the school newspaper, you would list things like that. Or say you volunteer on a regular basis at the homeless shelter or the food pantry, you can list things like that. You can list them by chronicle, why do I have trouble saying that? Chronological order. And you can show that you volunteered at the food pantry for 6 months from June until December, you know, and list the things that you did there. Served homeless people, helped prepare the soups for the meals, helped clean and tidy the area for them to eat in the dining room. List those things. You may think, well, why would I put that on there? Let me just explain to you. The biggest asset you could ever present to any hiring employee is if you've done volunteer work, because nothing beats the fact that you took your time and you donated your services towards working to assist, to help, to do whatever, all for free. That makes a huge statement with hiring employers. So if you've done volunteer work, please include that. That almost, it definitely outranks any athletic achievement or activity that you pursue, but it ranks right up there with taking, you know, and scoring high in any academic class. So this is the bottom section that you can include: hobbies, special interests, volunteer work, and put it in a description underneath the education portion of your resume. Now, there are also resume templates that you can find online. There's some that are free, and you can just go on like a Career Builder or Indeed, and you can utilize those. And basically they have a template, a format that they let you look at. You select the one you want, and you just plug your information in, and then you can download a copy of it or print off a copy of it. And that's easier than actually having to type all of this information out. But in either case, these are the things that you will need to put on a resume that you create and write yourself, or one that you utilize a template for, because you're still going to have all this information organized and in there. And again, as I just stated, that after the education section, any additional relevant information pertaining to the job that you are applying for, this is a perfect place to put it. Again, take the time and the opportunity to include qualities that make you unique, and that could include hobbies, interests, awards, certification, volunteer work. Even if, and I'm so serious when I say this, even if you volunteer one time, just one volunteer event will make you look so much better in the eyes of a hiring manager than if you don't have anything like that at all on your resume. Include things like if you are bilingual and you speak multi-languages, because there could be situations where you'll have to converse with someone of another language in potential jobs that may have situations like that. So everything is relevant, you know. Don't think, well, no one's interested in that. You'd be surprised, you know. It certainly cannot hurt you to include information such as that. So A professional resume that highlights your best selling points can make a difference when applying for a competitive position. Regardless of your experience, a well-written resume can separate you from a pool of candidates and help you impress the hiring manager. Now that you know how to write an impressive resume, you can position yourself to get the next new job that you apply for. If you have any questions, just unmute yourself and I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, Toni. This is very helpful. I mean, hopefully I don't need to use this resume anytime soon. Right. But I wanted to let you know, I did use the template online. I think it was called My Perfect Resume. And it was very easy. Just input the information. It does it for you. And it helped me a lot. It saved me a lot of time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because it has the format already there. You don't have to worry about your spacing and alignment. And it gives a clean, professional resume as a final result that you can present and will be, acceptable just about anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. It has different styles. You can choose colors. I mean, simple, however you want it. So it's very helpful. So thank you again, Toni. Thank you for all your videos, your trainings. They're very helpful.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Okay, well, with that, then we will wrap this up. I will say that we will hold a monthly career readiness segment where it will feature different aspects of getting a job, how to interview, dressing to impress, all of the soft skills and all of the things necessary to help people who are looking for work actually obtain it. And with that, we will bring this to a close. Thank you guys for joining, and we will see you all next time on College and Career Pathways. Everybody have a great day.